Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been long posted on this channel, and right now I want to create a video, more like an experimental video, of the process of how I designed the flyer that you are seeing right now on your screen. So I'm going to be doing that, and when you look at my screen, I have some of these designs that are actually on my recent design I've done. I'll be doing a breakdown how I designed most of them and how I was able to use AI to, improve the quality of the work that you are seeing on your screen. So all these things you see now currently on your screen, I'm going to be, you know, doing, a review video trying to break down my process and how I design my clients, especially my church clients. So first thing, what I want to do right now is to open this file. This is a vendor flyer that you can see on the screen. All right. So once you open it, this is what you will see. And you know, don't get too scared with whatever you are saying. If maybe you are just coming up in the design space, don't get too scared. So especially when you see the layers, they are just normal things that with time you get used to. So first of all, you can see that I have two layers right here. But when you turn off the first layer, and you can see this. So this is when I used Canaro filter for this particular one up here, which was the result of what I posted online. So when I open this folder, you can see the whole lot. So I'm going to get with every everything. I think what I'm going to do is everyone that is deactivated, let me delete them so that don't get confused as time goes on. All right, so I'm going to turn off all the layers, and then I kind of go. So left to this, let's do this. Yes, okay. This is one of our so let me find this. So this. So we have a plain canvas right now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reviewing each layer as we go up. I'll reveal each layer, and we see how everything came together to form this flyer right now. So one thing you see, this is the image that I got. I got this image from Pinterest. Yes, from Pinterest. And when I saw it, I was like, this has kind of a churchy vibe, but then so it is not called a Catholic kind of or this Orthodox church. So I needed to. I love the background, so I was like, definitely I'm going to use this background whether the devil likes it or not. I'm going to use it. That was my decision on this thing. So I had to start thinking of how to make it, you know, from the design. It was not an easy one, but I had to do what I had to do. So the next thing we have is this layer. This is the shadow of this. Like, so there was something I was trying to give here, which was we see it later on come up with discover why this turned out to look like this. When I come myself stacking layers and say that I needed a shadow that we on the top. So there was something that we were supposed to do, but I'm not too sure. But I definitely know that. So what is the 13? Yes. Why is this thing on? Okay. Because of the layer. Okay. What about this one? So this thing good. Alright. So this is what my pattern looks like. Oh, from you can see it has an inner view. From the inner below, and to click on it, you see there is no noise, just the normal inner view. But then I did my clipping max. When I started reviewing this thing, it starts saying that how I added these images to it. And I I should give you this free advice. Whatever you're doing on Photoshop, make sure that you use smart updates. Smart updates are very, very important. Very, very important. See, for those of you that don't know how to do clipping max, what you can do is hold alternate on your keyboard or option, yes, option on Mac. Then you just, if you come closer to where you want it to be, then just, you see this, once this thing shows up, this is to remove it from clicking marks. I click here, okay, you can see it, everything is up, everything's totally up. So for me to actually start these images inside this place, what I had to do was, the first one on the 13, let me turn off this layer, and then the one, I need just one. All right, so I drag this one to this place, selected it, hold my alternate option here on Mac to the next layer. The next layer, what I have to do is to, use alternate and hold the alternate. Make sure that this I click on it. You see, it goes into the this particular it clips it. If you're using corridor use we call it power clip, but in Adobe it's called clipping marks. The same thing for other ones. Then instead of going to the original one to clip it, what I actually did was to clip it on top of the one that clipped inside the text. So that will it's going to clip. So let's just do it. You see it. The same thing for this one also. Click on top of its order and okay with this one. Then for this one, we put beside it. You can see. And you can see that this glue repair that I added on top of it, that I added on with 30, that gave you the kind of effect that this is a screen that has, I don't know if you've seen this Asian TV that has bone or something like that effect that is glowing around the edge. Because if I just remove this effect on it, it just look plain. And it's not actually good when you look at it. So once I click on it, you see how good it is. Oh, let's start coming up. I added the image before this lens flare and start, but then let's just go to this. I got this image. I changed it to screen. This is normal. This is how it looks on normal. But when you change it to screen, it's removes the background from each. We see it. Then added one here, added another one here on the one, and then what is this? Oh, okay. Let me jump this up right now. Okay, there's no need to jump it. So now, after adding this thing, what next I did was to add the image, the subject at the middle, which is this. This is how it looks like. But the shirt, when you look at it, is purple. The shirt is purple, and I needed you to feel the theme of whatever I'm designing. I had to use um a gradient map and max the things inside it. You can see it. And max the gradient map inside it. And I think I saw this logo under it. Let me apply to remove it. So I think I used something to cover it. That is where you will start understanding the pattern, how the shadow came to that place. So this one under it was to have a separating glow because I was looking at the light is coming from this top area of this glass. So I needed something to separate the image. Just imagine if there was nothing like this here. Nothing separates it. And I feel like it's just there. But adding this thing already separates it from it. Then I did the same clipping marks on it. Imagine if I didn't the click mark, you see I would just go design and then put it back on. So once I'm done with this, I added a motion blur on top of it. Let me up the marks to see how it looks like. This is the same image, but I used the motion blur and made it straight. You guess me. So once I did that, I maxed it and used the brush tool to remove some part of the stuff from it. Then going next, the same background down, I brought it up here. You can see it. But this one now, it add motion blur and camera raw because I added some camera raw to it. If let me go back to the first layer. If I remove this camera raw that I added to it, see how it looks like. I don't like I needed a popping color. But yet it was not still popping enough, but I needed it to remain in this place so that when I add my camera raw to it at the at the end of everything. It should not be too much. You get it. So I added the motion block and you know, removed, used Maxim to remove everything on it. So I added another one on top of it to add more control on it with motion blur. Then this is my social media, and this is the main solution is very simple. The heading is regional affairs, then let's play on top of this one for this side. And also happy birthday. I got this an image actually. Only the app is the text here. No go lie. So this is the only text here, happy. But the other one is an image that I got and I removed the background. And I did another lens spray on top of this thing because the um the background that I placed on top of it was covering the lens flare. So I had to put it up. That's why you see that the main two lens flare was not there, but it would have covered it. Then I added my November around the 13th. So it was born on the 13th of November. It's not November. That's why you can see everything. And understand that when you are building a design, especially this thing, the idea didn't just pop out at once. This was not the initial idea that I had. I've deleted the one I had. I wanted to give a kind of a square stuff around it where I'll place start the images also, remember I am a Christian. Sorry, you're not a Christian yet. I have to pray about it. I was really please direct me on what to do of this thing. And this idea came up in Islam. For this November, before I forget, for those of you that cannot do it, all I had to do was just to bring in my ellipse tool. Then it's my let me just do it quickly. Draw my ellipse tool and use my text tool and come to the edge of the ellipse tool and click on it to see it. That's how I put. So and then it's this thing you can control. Then you can control the curve it or anything that you want to do with it. But that's not I won't do it. So once you are done with this thing, make sure that no layer is locked because if you lock every layer, you won't be able to duplicate the group. So what I did was to group everything inside one group and duplicate it because I needed to duplicate it. Immediately after duplicating, I right clicked and did convert to smart objects because I needed to apply color operator. And the reason that why I love smart creator is because I'm sorry, smart objects. The reason why I love smart objects is that it does not destroy. Like once I apply this camera raw, if it's a rasterized layer, I won't be able to undo the effect I did to it. But because of the smart object, it gave me this option where I can turn it off and turn it on. Why even while it's on, I can turn it off and turn it on. You understand? So once I was done with this, I now went to my filter, camera raw filter. So let me just double quick here so you can see what I have under the camera raw filter. All right, let me just zoom. All right, and from here you can see my exposure, my shadow, contrast. You have to play with it. This thing is not um for each design you make. You can apply different camera rocket at different levels. You get so my vibrant, my temperature, my clarity, my views, every other thing. You get me? I added everything to it. You can add grain to give it this grainy effect and all this stuff. Once I was done, I exported it. So I hope this was actually clear for everyone that is watching this video. And as time goes on, I'm going to bring more of this as time goes on for some of this design that I've been able to do. And if you want me to, talk about something, show you how to do something in Photoshop or Corel Draw, Illustrator, you understand, on how to design some of these things, you're having difficulty, you can, drop that at the comment section or reach out to me. I'll do these things to help you, learn those things. I'm just here to help you and nothing else. So at this point, you're going to be stopping now and I will work on the next video and, teach you. And also notice that I'm working on bringing in where I'll design like, over like, and, you see my design process and see how it can take time and how ethic it can be. That is one match. There are people that there are some jobs that once you see, you already know what to do, but there are some you see you don't understand what to do. So you will see this thing with time. We will continue to go in this community. Thank you and see you in the next one.